Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great, and we, my friends, are playing some more Clash Royale. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to show you a couple of these replays because they've been pretty crazy right now. Um, been playing a lot of sort of quick cycle decks, to be honest with you. So I want to go ahead and I want to show you this first one against a hog cycle. Now, I'm hoping this isn't the one that I think it is, because if it is, then he kind of just goes ahead and gives up because he realizes his cycle's not as good as, or not as quick, and can't really deal with my cycle. So I hope it's not that particular one, but if you look right there, that fireball with the Ice Wizard slowdown was enough to make it so the Mini P.E.K.K.A didn't even get a hit. So that was pretty close right there, but fraction of a second and he would have. So instead of actually tanking the damage from the Ice Wizard, he's going to go ahead and actually play the Musketeer to back up his hog for a push afterwards. Gets a really lucky log right there, which actually gets my Ice Spirit as well as my Princess. So that was a really good value log, and that was only because of, obviously, I put the Ice Spirit down just as he hit that log. But it's okay. With the Zap, the Musketeer did get a couple of shots off, so I'm kind of not too happy about that. But we're going to go take out this Valkyrie with the Ice Wizard and the archers right here. For two reasons. One, because I did want to back them up with my Hog Rider, but because he played that Musketeer, I decided to actually opt for using the Fireball instead, and then completely negating the push, just leaving it alone. And he missed the log right there, which was horrendous for him, for two reasons. One, because he missed the log and the archer got a couple of shots off on the tower, but two, because now he doesn't have the log for my princess. I'm going to purposely put down the Ice Spirit, obviously, to freeze any troops that he decides to play. But this is where he went wrong. He used that log earlier on, so now I've got a princess in the line, which he's going to have to use a troop to actually counter her. I misplayed the fireball, which is going to cost me huge right here. Again, using the log way out of sync. Archers actually got killed by the fire spirits, unfortunately, but one shot from the Valkyrie, two shots from the Musketeer, and we're firmly losing this game right now. Princess on the line because I know he don't have his log yet, and now he's got a huge push. But look at this, guys. He's just set up perfect for a fireball right there, and I'm going to take him out. I've still got my Inferno Tower for the Hog Rider. I thought he was going to play the Hog Rider. That's why I actually played the Inferno Tower down. But he didn't have anything to actually stop my push over there. Princess is down on the line already, which he's going to log, but we're going to use the Ice Wizard over here to tank the damage over there. We're going to put the Inferno Tower down just to absorb any damage he tries putting on the tower. Send the Hog Rider down the line because we know he ain't got nothing that's going to stop the Hog Rider from getting a single hit. And all we needed was one hit there, guys. But we knew he couldn't stop the Hog Rider from getting a hit on the tower. So we were quite happy with that. Quite a comfortable victory there. And I actually want to show you this game here as well. This game right here was actually quite interesting to me because this guy's running a Royal Giant graveyard deck. So two cards that are very, very annoying, and everyone knows that obviously the graveyard is very tricky to deal with. So seeing that he's playing a Royal Giant down the back, I don't have my Inferno Tower yet, so I need to cycle through to that bad boy as quick as I can. And the Hog Rider isn't even able to get a single shot on his tower because this guy is a level 11. So if he was a level 10, the Hog Rider would have had enough damage to enough HP to actually manage to get one shot on the tower. So as you can sort of see there, I actually put an oops down on the ground because I zapped his Royal Giant. So because I thought it was going to actually kill my Inferno Tower. But unfortunately, the Inferno Tower killed it off, and I completely wasted a zap. He plays it down his graveyard, which now he hasn't got that graveyard to actually surprise me with. It's not too scary. So as you can see here, he plays the minion horde, and he actually manages to freeze the tower. And look at this one level 13. Yes, I said it. Level 13 minion do damage to my tower. That was one level 13 minion has just gone and done 1,000 damage to my tower, guys. That's insane. So, I'm pretty sure he had level 13s. I could have been wrong. I could be wrong. When he next plays them, we'll double check. But I'm pretty sure they were level 13. But as you can see here again, the Hog Rider isn't going to make it to the tower. So I'm kind of thinking this is going to be trouble. Because now not only do I know he's got a freeze, I know he's got a graveyard, I know he's got a Royal Giant. And I was right, guys. They're level 13. So as you can see here, we're going to zap and we're going to play the princess. And that's going to take him out with a couple of shots on the tower. So the fact that he's got level 13 minion horde is a big problem. I played a preemptive fireball right there to get rid of any minions that he played down. But unfortunately, he didn't play anything. Or in fact, I think he did. I think he played his minions, but we caught them perfectly just as they spawned. So it was a really big problem for him. Ice Spirit and Zap are going to take care of those level 13 minions. The Inferno Tower is obviously going to take care of his Royal Giant right there. My princess to take care of his princess, why his princess was taking out my first princess. We've got another Inferno Tower down. He plays a desperate graveyard, but I've got archers down on the ground, so he weren't going to be able to take the tower, and he didn't have enough time anyway. So really good battle, but crazy. So I had to show you that game, guys, because you know that was insane to me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you two more replays today, because I've enjoyed these battles, and to be honest, I think if you're trying to use this particular deck, or even if you're not trying to use this deck, if you're trying to use like a quick cycle deck, like a miner cycle or a hog cycle, these are really good battles to obviously watch and learn from, because they show a lot of ways to counter different things. So obviously, as you can see here, we're going to have to deal with the fact that he's got spawner, goblin spawner over there. So as you can see here, I sacrificed my hog the first time to get rid of that spawner early, because I'm pretty sure as soon as he's got a spawner there, he's either going to be running a giant or a royal giant. So I want to bring those cards out of rotation for him. So I'm going to put the princess down on the line, and he's not going to counter her, which is going to be really costly. Because if you look at that, guys, she's already done 1,000 damage to the tower. We're going to freeze that giant over there. We're going to put down our Ice Wizard, and he has got level 11 minions as well. So the Ice Wizard is going to help freeze up the bomber and the giant, while the Inferno Tower takes him out because of the zap. Was it a zap on the thing? But I don't know. But again, look at this, guys. He put a badly placed spawner right there, which means that the princess got a couple of shots off. I'm just going to send the fireball in, do a little bit of tower damage, take out that Inferno Tower. And as you can see, I'm not rushing to play my Hog Rider yet, because I don't need to. I need to get rid of that spawner. And now I'm completely clear. And look at this, guys. He's even got the Barbarians at level 11. So after the freeze wears off of the Ice Spirit, I go ahead and I zap those bad boys. The reason why I done that is because the zap actually cleans up the Barbarians, that the princess will kill them off with 2 shots with the help of the tower, and only 1 will get a shot on the tower. So not only did we let our Hog Rider get the damage on his tower for 1 shot, but we also took the Barbarians out of the equation. So Fireball here, as soon as he's played those minions on the middle, I'm going to put the Inferno Tower on the right hand side. Still stops his giant from getting to my tower, but we've completely eliminated his minions as well, and now we can attack with our Hog Rider. knowing that he would have had to put the the goblin hut right next to the tower because of the timing of it. Ice Wizard is going to go ahead and take care of the barbarians for a little while. The Inferno Tower is going to take care of the giant with the help of the freeze spell. The archer and the tower is going to help finish off the barbs. Now I know he's not got that spear goblin hut in rotation in time, but he would have had it in time for the hog rider. I played the princess on the line, which gave me that one extra shot that I needed to be able to fireball. So it's like when you're playing a super cheap deck, you need to try and remember your opponent's cards. That's the difference between losing a battle and winning a battle. Like if you can, like he could have easily steamrolled me if it wasn't for the fact that I remembered exactly what cards he had and when he played them. So, as you can see here, Ice Spirit and Ice Wizard is going to make it that Hog Rider only gets 2 shots on my tower, which is pretty good considering that he sent a surprise hog straight down the line. So I'm going to send my Hog Rider in, doing a preemptive fireball, which unfortunately, because he played that Ice Wizard first, we weren't able to do stuff. But look at this, guys, a perfect freeze spell right there, way too early, leaving my princess wide open to go ahead and take out his minions and get a shot. Get a shot on his Ice Wizard right there. Now he's going to be looking at sending another naked hog down the line. I'm just going to put my Inferno Tower down. And this is where things went completely wrong for him, guys. Because now I'm going to send my Hog and my Ice Spirit in. He's going to counter with his Barbs. And I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to let my Hog get 1 shot on his tower. And then I'm going to, like, just leave it alone. So, sending the Fireball in for his Barbarians means that the tower's going to 1-shot them. As you saw, he was ready with his Zap in case I played the Princess or the Archers. And now he's going to have to look at sending in a push. We've got a more than easy, secure lead right now. So, seeing as he's going to go with an Ice Wizard, this is the turning point. This is where I kind of think, right, you've got a Rocket. I know that you're playing very similar deck to an old deck that I used to play. I'm going to have to get very aggressive here because I know that you haven't got a defense. So he messes up thinking that his Ice Wizard is going to continue to slow down the Hog and the Zap will finish it off, but he gets the tower right there and he should have just played the minions like he was thinking, but I kind of guess he didn't because of obviously going for the preemptive fireball. So as he drops that Hog on the line, I drop my Ice Spirit, put down my Inferno Tower, and that cleans up that tower nice and easy. Princess in the back. And now this is where I have a huge advantage, because if he wants to be able to win, he has to start cycling that rocket onto the tower. That means he's always going to have to waste 6 elixir, because he can't get to the tower without rocketing it. So he's going to get really desperate now. So I'm going to have to keep forcing him to play his arrows and his Zap on the left-hand side, so he can't use them to back up his rocket on the right-hand side. Send in another rocket, so as soon as he rockets, I'm going to send in my Hog Rider. He's going to waste arrows over on the left-hand side. I'm going to send in the Fireball, which takes out his Ice Wizard, lets the Hog Rider get some damage on his tower. And look at this, guys. He's now going to try and push down on the left-hand side, but I've got a Princess to greet him. I've got an Ice Wizard. I've got a Hog Rider. I've got a Zap spell, an Ice Spirit, which takes out all of that minion horde. The Princess is going to send in 1 shot on that tower. The Fireball is going to rock his world and destroy that tower. And we're going to take it out. All because we went very aggressive as soon as we saw that rocket. And we started pushing that left-hand tower straight away. Because we couldn't defend, guys. We had to play aggressive because he had too many spells. The rocket, the Zap, and the arrows. The arrows would have shut down my Princess. The rocket would have shut down my Ice Wizard, plus tons of tower damage. So I couldn't play slowly. I had to play aggressive, and that's just a good example of some really good games, in my opinion. I think they were played really, really well. if you think they could have been played a different way, or if you see that I made a mistake, put down in the comments down below, because obviously I like to watch my replays to see if I could have done stuff better, and that's how I learn. Also, guys, up at the top right, we are pushing back up. Now, I'm not actually trying to push back up, but we are. So as you can see, my highest trophies are 3654. I'm currently at 3649. So I'm not trying to push back up it by all means, but it's just happening that way because this deck is just so powerful if you use it right. That's not to say that it's not got its downfalls. You know, if I scroll through my list right here, like, look, I lost a couple of battles in a row right there against Golem decks because the defense of it is not fantastic when it comes to a Golem because he's just so tanky. It's all about if they shut down your Inferno Tower. If they don't shut down the Inferno Tower, they can't take you out. But if they do, then it could be a problem. So again, look, they're against an old school giant mega minion Valkyrie deck. So that was only because I couldn't get my Hog Rider to his tower, because his Inferno Tower and his Ice Wizard and Musketeer was always shutting me down. And if he didn't have his Inferno Tower and his Ice Wizard, he had his Barbarians. So I just could never get to his tower really, and he did. He shut me down hard, I'm not gonna lie. But again, look at that, a Lava Hound minor Inferno deck craziness, but we destroyed that, guys. Look, the majority of the games are victories. There are the occasional sort of losses in there, but I would say that this deck, for me, not saying it's going to be for you, but for me, this deck is about an 80 to a 90% win ratio for me right now. When I start fighting people with higher level cards, it becomes a lot harder. But as you can see, like even in that battle, I was playing someone with max level minion horde, and I was able to shut it down really nice and easily. So it just goes to show the power of this deck. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Oh my god, guys, I forgot to tell you, look at this. The clone spell is actually in the game, so we will be doing that later. But also, guys, we have the legendary chest in the shop, but I'm not going to be buying diamonds to go and get it, so unfortunately we're not going to be getting a legendary just yet. But hey, we're going to continue to play. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Peace on the streets.